This is Naomi Seibt. She's a German far-right activist, big fan of the AfD, and she's known online as the Musk Whisperer. In a recent Wall Street Journal interview, she said the AfD has nothing to do with Mustache Man because he was an imperialist oppressor wanting to conquer other nations. Now this on itself is already worth pointing out. She's distancing the AfD from Mustache Man on the imperialism point, not on his policies inside of Germany, which should raise a couple of eyebrows in and of itself. But I'm actually much more concerned about the fact that this is becoming a new standard far-right talking point. Kinda like the argument that Mustache Man was actually really a socialist.
The National Socialist, as the word says, they were socialists.
Which is ridiculous, and no expert believes that, but it's so exhausting to argue against that if they continue to say it often enough, eventually people get tired and they can go on saying it unopposed. What's that quote? A lie told often enough eventually becomes the truth? Anyway, here's far-right US influencer Candace Owens making the same arguments as Naomi Seibt a few years ago.
If Hitler just wanted to make Germany great and have things run well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German, everybody to be speaking German, everybody to look a different way. That's not, to me, that's not nationalism.
Of course, when she got called out for it in a congressional hearing, she changed her tune and all of a sudden was much more critical of Mustache Man.
I do not believe that we should be characterizing Hitler as a nationalist. He was a homicidal, psychopathic maniac that killed his own people. A nationalist would not kill their own people.
Whoa, Candace! What happened to okay, fine? And here's far-right Dutch activist Eva Vlaardingerbroek making a very similar argument in a speech at CPAC Europe last year.
That's why we need to outright reject the lie that nationalism causes war. It's not nationalism or national sovereignty that causes war. It's expansionism.
So here's what I'm actually worried about. What if the lesson fascists learned from World War II was don't go to war? Because the whole reason Mustache Man lost is because he went to war with his neighbors. How long would they have been able to stay in power if they had just wanted to implement their agenda inside their own borders? And that's why it's unbelievably important to raise the alarm about the far right before they take power. Because we've all heard about learning the lesson from history, and right now it seems like we haven't. But they definitely have. Only their lesson is different from ours, and maybe this time they'll be smarter. So follow for more.